It gives me great pleasure to have John Carey here, Hollington United boss. It's been a long time coming this, various scheduling reasons I couldn't get him on. Really looking forward to this interview. John, last season, he did the double with Sidley, winning the Mid-Sussex Prem and the Sussex Cup. A great achievement on top of 5 years of almost constant promotion, wasn't it, John, up
It
the
was. There was
ESFL?
a lot of hard work went into it at the beginning. It took me 3 or 4 years to get the side I needed to put together to get where I wanted to be. When I first took over, I had a goal with Sidley to get them back in the county league. It was discussed when I took the job that that's where everyone wanted to go. We finally got to the position where we could go there, and I don't want to say slag them off too much, but they didn't want to do it in the end. And I thought to myself, do you know what? I've taken them as far as I can take them. It's time for me to move on.
In terms of that, though, John, was it just it was the financial implications, or was it just too
No,
much? The structure wasn't there.
They keep saying that we didn't have a ground to go up. We didn't have this, we didn't have that. We did, because there was things in place. We could have gone to Eastbourne United and shared their ground. I'd already spoke to Anthony Story about that, and he was all up for it. I know it's not home being back in Sidley, but it's still county league football where they hadn't been before for like 10, 12 years. So there was stuff in place. I think it was financially they didn't want to do it, and obviously it's a lot more work for the committee, which is understandable. The committee's, no disrespect, and they're aging now. And if they didn't want to do it, they didn't want to do it. But at the beginning, when I did take over, that it was all planned to do that.
Okay.
I didn't leave them in the lurch. I'd already told them halfway through the last season, that I was leaving because, what they didn't want to do what I wanted to achieve. So they had enough time to put things in place. They just left everything to the last minute.
Okay. Well, there you go. John speaks his mind. So taking over, how did they sell Hollington to you?
To be honest, I'd already made a decision that I was going to have a year out. I had a couple of other offers, to be fair, apart from Hollington. But I know Scott and Ross quite well. They said to me, come over and have an interview, just see what you think. I said, well, I've already told the wife I'm having a year out, so we wanted to do things together. We've got 2 young kids still, but I went over there. I had an interview. I think he interviewed 4 other people, and I told them if I was to come in, what I wanted to achieve. They told me where they wanted to go, and to be honest, it just ticked all the boxes for me to try and get them into the county league is what our goal is.
Yeah. Okay. You brought a few over from Sidley with you, and particularly, well, there's a gentleman by the name of Paul Rogers.
Yeah.
First of all, did you think? I mean, it seems to have clicked immediately as he's just bagged 4 goals on Saturday. But were you slightly nervous that he might not be able to make that change over to Hollington, a sort of different squad?
No, I'm quite close to Paul, to be fair. I've got a lot of time for Paul. I've got a good relationship with him, as I have all my players, I think. We're quite a close-knit bunch. The thing I was worried about was keeping the Hollington boys that I wanted to keep there and then merging. I didn't want there to be a divide. I've already lost one lad because he felt he was a bit out of place, and he didn't think he'd fit in. But no, I think it's clicked quite well with the boys I've brought in. I'm hoping to bring 2 more in before the weekend.
Oh, okay.
And that'll be me done then. So,
nice. Any clues or?
No, I'm not giving.
No,
I'm not giving no names away. But you'll see probably on Twitter by.
Right.
Hopefully, one of them's coming train tonight. He's going to sign tonight, and hopefully he'll be with us Saturday for the game. So.
Brilliant stuff. Yeah, it's Hollington Twitter, very good, always informative. One of the better Twitters at this level, because sometimes it's a real nightmare doing these the week to weeks, trying to find information out. But your club's excellent with.
I did have that discussion at the start. It needs to be run right, so we're getting there.
No, definitely. So, So in terms of the future of the club, you've come in. They've given you this vision that they want to do this, which fits your vision.
Yeah.
I mean, where can this club go? I mean, it's a great little club, Hollington. It's a nice crowd there, family club. I mean, where can you see yourself in, like, say, 3 years in terms of what could possibly happen? Do you think?
In 3 years' time, I'd like to be in the county prem, if I'm honest. This year, there's stuff going on behind the scenes with the ground, so we can go up. Our aim is to go up this year to County 1. And then obviously put a side together in the next, once we go up, put a side together to get us into County Prem. That's where the club wants to go.
I mean, in terms of that also is a financial thing now. I mean, have you got the finances there to get yourself at that level?
There's stuff going on behind the background, obviously, with the floodlights. Obviously, they're on about putting a car parking up the ground, which is going on behind the scenes now. There's meetings with the local council. I try not to get myself involved in that side of things, because obviously I've got too much to do with the team. But I know I've told them that I'll do my bit on the pitch, but make sure at the end of the season it's all in place so we can go up. And they've promised and reassured me it will be. So,
excellent times for Hollington. Obviously, ex Hastings player Lee Carey at the club, coaching. I mean, what's it like? I'm sure it's your brother, isn't it?
Yeah, it's my younger brother.
Yeah. So, what's that like having your younger brother knocking around in the coaching? I mean, do you bully him? I know.
No, I don't bully him. He's a godsend to me, really. I've got a close relationship. I speak to him every day, so it's quite nice. It's quite nice that we can actually finally do something together. I'd love to still be playing, but my knees just won't let me. So, but no, he's great. He's great. He loves all the training side of it, which I let him crack on with it, which is good. So it gives me a chance to do other things that I need to do. But yeah, he's a good lad. I've got a few players that are still too good for that level, really. But that's the luxury that I have.
Yeah.
I'd like to get the local community back together and get bigger crowds down there to cheer the boys on, because it is a community club, as you say. It's a great little club. It's got a clubhouse. We do food all the time. There's drinks. It does need local people to get behind us to push it where it needs to go. Yeah, and that's the same with any local club, not just us. Westfield need it, Sedley need it, Sidley need it. We all need local people and volunteers to help at local clubs.
Well, they're their lifeblood, aren't they? The volunteers.
Yeah, you can't thank them enough. Every Saturday, there's people up there. I think the chairman goes up there at 8:30 and starts putting the goals up. If people like that wasn't about, clubs like this wouldn't run.
No, absolutely. So John, I mean, I already know because we did the prediction roundtable. I know you think's winning your league this year, as in you are.
I'd like to.
Yeah. Just quickly, I mean, your first game of the season, an absolute spanking 6-0 win. Could you give us any kind of post-match on that? I mean, obviously a fantastic first half.
Yeah, no, we started bright, to be honest. Bearing in mind the temperature was absolutely ridiculous. I think up to the first drink break, halfway through the first half, I think we was already 3-0 up. So, Paul's Paul at the end of the day. You only need to give him half a chance and it put it in the back of the net. He's a great lad. But yeah, at half time we went in 5-0. I said to the boys, I could see it being double figures if we carried on the way we was going. I didn't want to concede a goal. I hate conceding goals. So it was nice for a clean sheet. Second half, we took our foot off the gas a little bit, which was understandable. I made 5 changes. But yeah, we didn't concede and we scored another. So, promising times.
Oh, excellent stuff. John, thank you very much for your time. I look forward to speaking to you again throughout the season as your Hollington's the path to glory continues.
Hopefully. That's the aim.
That's the aim, yeah. And please take care. I'd love to have you on again. Thanks for your time.
That's it. Thanks very much.